Hey everyone, welcome back to FT News. I'm Myra. André Øvredal's new horror movie Passenger just delivered one of the creepiest supernatural endings of the year. And honestly, if you ever enjoyed road trips before watching this movie, you probably won't feel the same afterward. Because Passenger basically turns the open highway into a cursed hunting ground. And by the time the film ends, it becomes clear this wasn't just another demon movie. It's really a horror story about guilt, compassion, survival, and the terrifying idea that helping somebody could literally doom your life forever. So let's break down exactly what happened in that ending. Now the movie follows Tyler and Maddie, a young couple living the romanticized van life lifestyle. At first, everything feels peaceful. Beautiful landscapes, open highways, freedom, adventure. But everything changes after they witness a horrific car accident late at night. And this becomes the most important moment in the entire movie. Because instead of driving away like everybody else apparently does, they stop to help. And that is what invites the demon into their lives. After leaving the crash scene, they discover a strange three-clawed scratch mark on their van. The exact same mark that appeared on the destroyed vehicle from the accident. And from that moment onward, the passenger starts following them everywhere. Now, one of the smartest things about this movie is how carefully it establishes the demon's rules. The passenger is not some random monster killing people for no reason. It specifically targets travelers who invite it into their lives. And that invitation usually happens through acts of compassion. Helping, stopping, interfering. That's why there's this unspoken rule among road travelers in the movie. Never stop. Especially at night. Especially near isolated accidents. And honestly, that idea is terrifying because it twists normal human morality into something dangerous. The movie basically asks, what if kindness itself made you vulnerable? Now eventually Tyler and Maddie learn the truth behind the entity. The passenger is an ancient demon connected to Saint Christopher, the patron saint of travelers. Long ago, the demon supposedly traveled alongside Saint Christopher disguised as a monk until the saint discovered its true nature. Since then, the demon has haunted highways and lonely roads searching for victims. And the reason Saint Christopher symbolism matters so much becomes incredibly important during the finale. Now, throughout the movie, Tyler and Maddie keep trying to escape. But the passenger can manipulate reality itself. It creates hallucinations, moves objects, appears suddenly inside impossible locations, and slowly destroys the couple psychologically. Which honestly makes the movie feel less like a slasher and more like psychological folk horror. No matter where they go, the road itself stops feeling safe. Now eventually they meet Diana, played by Melissa Leo. And honestly, she may be one of the creepiest and saddest characters in the entire movie. Diana is basically someone who has survived long enough to understand the rules of the road. She knows what the passenger is. She knows how it hunts. And she understands something horrifying. Most people never escape it. Diana eventually guides Tyler and Maddie toward a church connected to Saint Christopher because holy ground weakens the demon. But the passenger views this as betrayal. And in one of the film's most brutal moments, Diana gets murdered for helping them. That death is important because it proves the demon is not mindless. It punishes interference. Anybody who helps the victims becomes a target too. Now by the final act, Tyler and Maddie finally reach the Saint Christopher Church where the showdown happens. And honestly, this is where the movie becomes much more symbolic than people may realize. Earlier in the film, there's a Saint Christopher medallion hanging inside the van. At first it feels like random background detail, but eventually it becomes the key to survival. When Maddie gets attacked, she uses the rearview mirror and the medallion to physically harm the passenger. And that reveal changes everything. Because suddenly all the Saint Christopher imagery throughout the movie finally makes sense. The demon is vulnerable to symbols connected to the protector of travelers. Now eventually the passenger fully manifests during the church confrontation. And Maddie finally kills it by impaling the demon using a St. Christopher staff, which honestly is a perfect reversal symbolically. The demon spent centuries haunting travelers because of St. Christopher, and in the end, St. Christopher's own symbol destroys it. Now after the fight, Tyler and Maddie survive. Emergency services rescue them. The demon is seemingly dead, and the couple ultimately decides to abandon van life forever and settle down into a normal life together. And honestly, that ending is much sadder than it first appears. Because technically, the demons stole their dream, their freedom, their lifestyle, their sense of safety. The road itself is now permanently traumatizing for them. So while they survive physically, emotionally they're completely changed. Now the big question many viewers are debating is whether the ending truly means the passenger is gone forever. And honestly, the movie leaves that slightly ambiguous. Because the film constantly suggests the road itself carries ancient evil tied to human behavior and isolation. So while this demon may be dead, the feeling of dread never fully disappears. Especially because the movie repeatedly mentions how thousands of people vanish during road trips every year. That detail makes the entire story feel much bigger than just one monster. Almost like highways themselves are cursed spaces where horrible things happen unnoticed every single night. Now thematically, Passenger is actually doing something really interesting. Most horror movies punish reckless behavior, but this movie punishes empathy. That's what makes it so uncomfortable psychologically. Tyler and Maddie only become victims because they tried to help. And that idea sticks with you long after the credits end. Especially in today's world where people already fear stopping for strangers or getting involved in dangerous situations. Now overall, Passenger feels like a mix of supernatural horror, road trip thriller, folk mythology, and relationship drama all blended together. And honestly, André Øvredal absolutely nails the atmosphere. The giant empty highways, dark forests, abandoned gas stations, lonely churches. Everything feels isolated and cursed. And by the end, the movie basically transforms ordinary American road culture into something terrifying. So while Passenger may not reinvent horror completely, it absolutely succeeds at making viewers fear the open road in a way most supernatural movies never even attempt. This is Myra from FT News, signing off.